Alright, who's ready for the big laugh? Oh, there it goes. I love this title screen, by the way. I talk a lot about title screens. Like, man, there's if there's one thing Grasshopper's good at, they got that, they got that stylistic. I want to like make it to pop up again for the first time. I don't think you could do that. I'm gonna reopen the game, so we'll do it. Just show you what I'm talking about. And the title screen first pops up. Alright, there we go. Even the like the company logos when it boots up. Capcom, Grasshopper, and then you get the title. How cool is that? Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah. Okay. So we just did the first mission last time I played this, because it was right after the Grasshopper Direct. So we just did Angel, which is great opening level. The ending of it is one of my favorite cutscenes in the whole game, or like moments in the whole game. So now it takes the whole first level before you get any context about what the world is like in Killer 7. Like, you're just thrown into the game, not knowing anything, really. All this, like, random bits of information that doesn't seem to make any sense. And then, finally, it's at the start of the second mission that you actually get a little more context. So, Sunset Part 1. We're gonna do Sunset Part 1 and Part 2, and then probably also Cloudman, which is another one of, like, probably one of the best missions. Blast in my ear. I believe that it's the kanji for the name of the mission, so that says sunset in kanji. I could be wrong. You got the full moon changes color each mission. And here's the context. It's really too bad they couldn't
July 3rd, 1998.
upscale this a little better.
The day that all international
The animations here is a little compressed, unfortunately.
This day marked the beginning of true
I assume they
peace for
didn't
the
have
entire world, for people of all races.
The original files anymore.
The four powers quickly formed anti-terrorist organizations
Capcom probably has it somewhere.
and set out creating peacekeeping agencies to bring order and security on a global scale. The world unified to do everything in its power to eradicate all the weeds of evil and disorder. The International Society, under the motto of protecting the world from international terrorism, ideology terrorism, and cyber terrorism, stopped all air transportation and closed every network station in a short span of 2 years to reduce the likelihood of terrorism.
To reduce the likelihood of terrorism, they closed off airports and I believe the internet as well. Like, everything was cut off.
A network of intercontinental expressways bridging the Atlantic Ocean opened, connecting the two major sides of the world. In the following year of 2003, the construction of a mass-scale distribution system began, and a man-made landmass as large as a city was built over an ocean. The use and research of nuclear energy was banned, and all radioactive waste and materials were disposed of at an energy disposal facility in the Gibsoft Islands, a remote set of islands off the coast of the Indian Ocean. Now, international eyes were on the elimination of the intercontinental missiles that posed the biggest threat to world peace. In order to
all the
eliminate these
countries,
weapons
like
of mass
everything is.
destruction, they were launched outside the Earth's atmosphere and intercepted by other missiles, exploding them on
Everyone
contact.
got rid of their nukes.
People around the world watched these explosions light up the sky as if they were some kind of dazzling light show. These explosions, later known as the missile shows, became the symbol of world peace. The world was filled with hope. But a
Everything
new
was
threat
good.
was
It
on the
never was
rise.
nothing bad again.
At the signing ceremony of the UN's World Security Treaty in the year 2003, a new breed of terrorists who called themselves Smiling Faces attacked the ceremony. The devastating
chill.
attack caught the international society by surprise and temporarily crippled key operations in the United Nations. That assault was aimed at nothing other than using terrorism to create terror. Fear spread throughout the nations like wildfire. There was nothing the police or the military could do to counter the Smiling Faces. The only ones who had any chance of stopping these Smiling Faces were the omniscient and almost godlike professional assassins.
I
The
wonder
key
what they're
players
called.
behind the scenes of the four powers utilized their connections and called upon the group known as
Killer7.
Killer7. Their only hope rested with them.
Please leave your message after the tone.
And there's Garcian.
Hello, Mr. Smith. The election is
The
drawing
election
near.
is drawing
Have you
near. Have you decided on your
If you
vote?
haven't, please let the Republican
Please let the
Party
Republic Party make the
precious
most of your
vote.
precious
Thank
vote.
you and have a
Thank you
nice
and have a
day.
nice day.
Precious vote.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
What is Garcian eating? It's like an enormous plate of cereal. Weird. Garcian has. It's too bad you can't aim in this room. You can't get a better perspective. Don't mind those noises, by the way. Nothing sus going on in here, I swear. I haven't really like super analyzed his trailer. Those records down there, vinyl records? I feel like they might be. His little kitchen area. Garcian's always eating some weird food in the morning, and then he gets that message on the answering machine. Took me like, I'm so dumb, took me like 2 or 3 playthroughs to realize what that answering machine message was actually supposed to be. So the screaming is coming from over here. Which door is it coming out of? Good question. Those are 2 doors it will definitely never go into. And let's go into Harmon's room. There's Harmon's rooms all over the place, but this is the real deal. Kid. Poor old man getting bullied. This lady. Very unchill. Game's rated M for mature, by the way. I just want to confirm.
What?
You know what you're getting
You
yourselves
wanna
into. Hey,
eat?
Umbreon.
Make it fast, okay? I have to go to class at 9.
Damn, it's early. Yeah, some interesting sounds going on. Okay, so we're in Harmon's room. You may notice it looks a little different. Harmon is acting a lot different than how we saw him previously when he was talking to Kunlan. What's the deal with that? Good question. Check out the TV. This is usually where you switch personas, right?
Ah, Garcian. How long has it been?
I always loved Harmon's vitality meter literally goes off screen. It's so long. Nobody else's vitality is that.
Garcian. How long has it been?
It's also a different color. Everyone else's vitality, I think it's yellow. His is orange. Which, I think that is also a hint towards him being some sort of god or
Garcian. How
some
long
sort
has
of
it
like
been?
ascended being or something.
The master is awake.
Oh, suddenly Samantha's acting proper and prim.
Garcian, relax.
As you wish, Master.
Harmon's...
There's an important
No.
message for you.
Ah, yes, I've felt it. An old friend is trying to bring down a country.
I will contact you.
If there are visitors for me, call.
As you wish.
Samantha, the lights.
As you wish, Master.
So what's the deal with that?
It's time. Can I go now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
thanks.
See you tomorrow, then. Thanks. Mwah.
So what's the deal with that? We have... It's almost like two different realities going on. It makes you wonder, is the Harmon that Garcian talking to, is that in his head? Is it that only he can communicate with Harmon because he's in some kind of like coma-like state? Like there's a lot of questions that aren't exactly answered. Oh, there's a lot to consider, so once again we can't go into any of those rooms. Umbreon said all the people scared of Harmon when Samantha was the real one they should fear. Yeah. It's so funny that you go from Seattle, Washington to Washington, D.C. The Pentagon looks a little different. Because I feel like that's confusing for if you're from another country, like, they're both called Washington.
Wait, look at this.
What is this? A bug in the system?
No, sir, it's reading right. There's 200.
What the hell? A country could disappear off the map.
Do you have the impact point yet?
Yes, sir. It's Japan.
What? Are the fireworks ready?
No, forget it. Japan is our ally. No, we're not authorized to make that kind of decision. Forget authorization.
So we see
We
there's
have to do something
200
now or
missiles
else.
headed for
We
Japan
can't
right
just
now.
let it happen. Get the president on the line.
And the U.S. government's trying to figure out what to
This
do
is an
about
emergency
it.
call for the president.
Mr. President, this is Spencer speaking, sir. 200 pulsars have been fired towards Japan. We're unable to compute their trajectory since we're avoiding the computation time lag. Interception can only commence 2 hours before initial impact. Shall we launch the fireworks? Mr. President, your assessment, sir.
Ooh. Metal Gear. Did I miss the best conversation in the game? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. There's some good conversations in this game, but probably not. I just started chapter not that long ago. Alright, so this is we're gonna meet Mills for the first time, Garcian buddy. They like to meet up here on this overpass.
The missiles have been launched.
Where are they headed?
Japan.
Check out this Yu-Gi-Oh card I found.
Washington?
Restaurant Fukushima. It's a popular joint.
And the target?
The owner of the place, Toru Fukushima. See, he's the middleman between the Japanese UN representatives and our government.
A government job?
It's a job from all the parties. Japan has turned against us.
So that's why they're gonna hit Japan?
Well, it's a possibility. It depends on how they move.
It'll be a blow, all right. What will happen to Japan?
It's up to the president. They have 18 hours.
All hell's gonna break loose over in
So the
Washington.
US has 18 hours to decide
I
if they're
sure
gonna...
as hell don't want to be there.
intercept this missile
If,
strike on
for
Japan.
some reason, you need help, go see a guy named Kasai. He's well informed, especially about the Japanese movement. You got all the details in there, okay? This time, the string puller is Fukushima. Now, the integrity and the true worth of Japan is at stake here.
This is an interesting concept because it's based off of a real deal that the US and Japan have with each other. That Japan agreed to dismantle their military after World War II, but in return, the US is supposed to defend Japan if they were to go under attack at any point. But it's one of those things that's never happened yet. Like, there's never really been a time where Japan's been attacked to where we needed to come in and really defend them. So the question is, would we actually step in and keep to our word? Get rid of the governor, Toru Fukushima. So I'm guessing Banana's talking about the Mahjong scene. We will see that today, so you haven't missed it yet. Futility said there will be no shortage of Patriot. Rainin. There was this Twitter account that did like, I think it did like rain in video games. Like if there's any, it would do a tweet every day of like a rainy part of a video game, and I think it used Killer7 at one point for this part. This is very bad. This is their nest. Sure, it looks like a sushi joint, but they've got terrible taste. I have to admit, the full course here is dynamite. The name of Harmon. Yeah, we're in a tight spot. Yeah, Uzaru is an interesting fellow. Okay, so we're gonna switch. I think we switched to Coyote, don't we? Oh, we're Mask first. Yeah, I'm just thinking because I like picking Coyote. So actually, I am going to change to Coyote. So I can get some blood off of these guys. Man, you can't really get blood off of Mask, unfortunately. I didn't get any much blood off of that either. Because you're gonna need Mask right here, but be like a Harmon room over here or something. Yeah, the scenery is great. I mean, like visually, like the visual direction in this game is just like really gorgeous. Like all the shots of the cameras and stuff. Definitely save. We're playing the PC version, so you never know. Could always crash or something. You can actually talk to Uzaru here and he'll give you tips on different things. And it's funny because I never really talked to him for most of the years that I've played this game. But he does give you important information if you ever need to know. Like the different smiles. What does he have to say about Heaven Smiles in general? I'm curious. The problem is you can't skip through his text. These enemies are more than just bomb freaks. Rumors has it they're altering human beings. If you just think they're gonna attack head on, you'll get burned. You can expect a delivery of new types in the near future. Don't be fooled by their cackling. Aim straight for the weak points. So he gives you the basic, like, you could go to the different types of smiles and he'll talk about them. What does he say about the personalities in general? You need to learn the basics. Yeah, he's just telling you, pretty much he's just giving us the functional information. Alright. But yeah, he does teach you a lot if you feel like going through all those like little info dialogues. Alright, so with Mask, we can do this. We can headbutt boulders, because why not? I love that asymmetrical
Welcome. How many in your party, sir?
cinematography.
I want to talk to the owner.
May I ask what it's concerning?
Yeah,
I'm
here to kill Mr. Fukushima.
Kill Mr. Fukushima.
Certainly. We'll be delighted to serve you.
Oh no, they were having Smile the whole time. It's funny that it shows them like explode into blood, because most enemies don't explode into blood for Mask. They just they just get disintegrated. Oh, everything's on fire. And that's why the counter is an important ability. Okay, we don't want this one to get away. Do I have any... I don't think I have any blood yet. I've been goofing on the blood pickups. Alright. There we go. Got it. The Camellia Smiles give you a lot of blood. Oh, look at that. 7 vials off of just that one enemy. Yeah, they're pretty,
No!
If you hit the micro smiles, it unlocks all your personas as well. And I missed it. Okay. Sorry about that. Focusing too much on explaining things. The carrier pigeon. Dear Amir, this is a warning, Amir. Transfer $100 to my account. I'm absorbing a $25 loss. Final offer, alright? Nothing terrible has happened yet. It's time for you to send the money. Consider it a gift from me to you. Surprisingly, the Smith Syndicate has many talents. I ain't talking about cheap tricks like swallowing goldfish or cramming your head into a rubber glove. We're on a whole other plane. I saw it with my own eyes. Heroes for our age. Dan Smith is straight out of a Japanime, launching balls of light and shit. Yeah, you bet it blew my socks off. Heck, I wanted to shake his hand and ask for an autograph. But I decided to put my life first. Day-Day Smith spurts blood from her arms, what a sick sight. And then what did she do? She flattened a wall right before my eyes. She must have taken out some kind of barrier. That's what Katie's blood can do. Sometimes her arm sucks blood. That's some stuff I didn't need to see either. Master Smith is still a mystery, but I do know what he can, that he can do some sweet wrestling moves. He was a small-town pro wrestler who drew crowds to main events, but just before he made his debut in the New York scene, he mysteriously disappeared. This is common knowledge among fans. The only thing for sure is that there's more than meets the eye. An update will follow. Johnny Gagnon. Dan Smith is the guy who tried to assassinate Travis when he was on the toilet. Yep, that was Dan. And there's Travis. Mind if I tell you straight up? I heard it through the grapevine. Chief, you're not the only one after the owner of this joint. Japan is controlled by the United Nations Party. If the UN Party goes down, Japan's minority party will take control. In other words, the Liberal Party would take the reins. There's some nasty shit cooking in this restaurant, and it ain't Mama's fried chicken. The thief from South America could climb this in a jiffy. He's giving a hint about Coyote. There's an interesting fact. Apparently, originally, each Smith was supposed to have a different flower. Like they each had like a different flower attached to them, and like I guess that never they never went through with whatever that was supposed to be. You could tell by his big belt buckle in the decoys. Eagle has landed. So yeah, Coyote has a couple abilities. He can unlock padlocks and doors. He can jump to high places. He has a pretty good weapon. He holds his gun at a bizarre angle, so that's a bonus too. Never heard about the flower thing. Yeah, I didn't learn about that until pretty recently. There's a lot of stuff in this game that got cut out, or like they planned and they just never implemented it. So Susie's here again. It's raining today, isn't it? You know what? I never go to school when it rains. But my mom doesn't understand. Stupid mom with all her reasons. She says go to school. So I jump down from the second floor. That's a compound fracture, mind you. Pulverized into mush. Splat, absolutely foobarred. Took 6 months to heal. So I got to take a half year off from school. Whoopee! Forgot this, didn't you? Yeah, Susie's interesting. she's a character, alright. Not a single classmate came to visit me in the hospital. Mom? What about her? Of course she didn't come. She jumped with me. And I landed on top of her. Like, the coolest thing, you know? I'll leave the rest to your imagination. I love her emoticon usage, yeah. Yeah, she was doing it before it was cool. Alright, so now we have the water ring, so that's cool. Who's laughing at me? Who's chuckling? Oh, he was behind me. That sneaky bugger. He reloads pretty quickly too, which is a good benefit. Alright, now we're going this way. Oh, that's an interesting colored smile. I think I also read something that the textures on the smiles aren't like pre-done. I think they're like randomly generated to some degree. So like each smile has like a somewhat of a randomly generated texture. I don't remember the specifics to that, but I think something along those lines. All you need is blood.
You're fucked.
Cold rain this evening's like my damn tears, you hear me? A blood red flower is gonna go up. Like a firework. It's up to the owner of Fukushima to prevent it from hitting and killing everybody. So Chief, which side are you on? The homeland or Japan? You kill the owner, Japan goes down the toilet. Are you alright with that, man? Be careful of the new enemy type. I was like, Travis always has like these different shirts. Like every time he's wearing a shirt with a different word on it. Interesting. Or a different phrase rather, not just one word. Sometimes it's the phrase. These guys suck. I think they kill you instantly if they blow up. Or if you're within the explosion radius, you die instantly. You could always blow them up from far away. Oh, great. So those guys could be scary just for that fact. Alright, we want to unlock more counters so I can show off more counters. See how much blood we can create.
What?
There it is, counterattack. And the down attack.
Okay.
Wait. Alright, Kevin. Down attack. Oh, didn't get his counter yet.
Okay.
Judge.
Yeah, we can't wait if anyone did it. Counterattack, okay. So Mask and Kevin have counterattacks now.
You're fucked.
In fact, since there's a regular smile coming, let's show off Katie's counter. Kicks him right in the face. Coyote also changes shirts on each mission, which is cool. A few characters change outfits, and then some of them wear the same outfit. I think Mask has a different tie. Oh no! Amelia's smile, no! Ah, forgot she was there. Oh, well. She yeah boyed her way out of there.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
Alright. So, luckily I just woke her up. I'm pretty sure we want to use Katie, right? If you ever see like something invisible, usually it's like a wall or something, that's usually assigned to use Katie. If you look at the map on normal mode, it actually will just straight up tell you where you want to use certain personas, but I usually never look at the map. Oh, these guys. A spiral smile.
Doesn't it?
The reload speed's quite slow.
Doesn't it?
Oop. Oh no.
Doesn't
There we go.
it?
Switch actually. And if you're really scared of a certain area, you can always use Kevin, turn invisible, like run through them, or if you're just trying to like be quick. That always works. I don't want to go down there yet. Ooh, that gives you a lot of blood.
You're fucked.
What I remember. Ah, okay, so I'm gonna want the water ring for the base. Gonna make the flower bloom, which triggers that poster on the wall. There's one of them odd engravings. Very important. I do wonder if the odd engravings have any specific significance.
You're fucked.
Like, we can guess about a lot of the objects in this game about what they might mean. Like, the soul shells seem to be where someone was killed at some point. Like in the past, anytime we pick up a soul shell, that's probably, it's revolved to someone who was killed. But the odd engravings, I don't know if there's like some deeper meaning to those, or if they're just, they are what they are.
Don't make me.
Okay.
He hasn't leveled up anything yet. Ground attack.
Okay.
Judge.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh god, where is he? I can hear a micro smile coming. Thought I did. I can hear him flying. He might not have been triggered yet. Oh great. Oh boy.
You're fucked.
Probably around this corner here. There it is. Ah! And you hear that little glow, like the shimmering noise, that's a micro smile nearby. The owner of Fukushima is mixed up in all sorts of things. Even the International Ethics Committee is getting involved. Chief, you watch yourself. The ethics agents, or hyenas, are a motley crew of rejects. The assassins trained in the Corps? Now those guys are for real. They're after the Yakumo Party Cabinet Policy, or the Yakumo for short. Just a bunch of paper, but it can change the world. UN Party, my friend. So this is like a little tiny bit of dialogue from Travis in a random part of a level, and you would have no idea how important this is. But the Yakumo is like one of the most significant items in the entire game in Killer 7. Like, it's a extremely important thing that comes up in many different places. But if you're playing this for the first time and you're getting all these like little bits of information in random places, you might not know like what information is important, like what you need to take in. But yeah, the Yakumo is a very, very important item. Power lunch, that's a good shirt. Travis's voice reminds me of the filter they used for the boss intros in No More Heroes. Yeah, it's pretty similar. So we already have that. Hey Sleepy, what's up? Alright. Another carrier pigeon. Plenty. Continuing my report, Kevin Smith never fails to amaze. You won't believe this, but it's the straight up truth. The sucker's a real life invisible man. At first, even I didn't believe it. This has got to be a hoax, right? Well, shit, this guy's for real. And then Con Smith, what a pain in the ass punk. I can never catch him. It blew my socks off 9 times. When he speeds off, he disappears. That's right, disappears. The Olympics records mean nothing with him running around. Coyote Smith has a thing for being a crook. But he's not like other thugs. He's fit, he jumps like an animal, incredible athleticism. Not to mention he can pick any padlock. He must have picked this up as a method of survival in a rough neighborhood. And then there's Garcian Smith. I really haven't seen him much, so everything I know is based on conjecture. Rumor has it he can spot the heaven smiles a mile away. This character's no joke, going up against monsters like that. My investigation continues. Johnny Gagnon. You went to your parents for Father's Day dinner? That's cool. Another Harmon's room. Can't save because Samantha's in sus mode.
Don't make me.
What? Can't wake Dan up. I don't think Kevin got his counter yet, did he? I was guessing. Everyone gets their counter based on like a different thing being upgraded. No, hang on a second. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything in that other room. Because I think there was like another way I could have walked around. You're wrong. Whoops. Ow. Oh boy. Oh boy. You know what? Since I'm backtracking anyways, I should just have... The beautiful thing about Kevin, he takes off those sunglasses. He didn't take them off. Wow. Whoops. If you aim, he turns visible again. I don't know if that's a port issue. I've never... Like, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be taking his sunglasses off right there. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else in here. There was just 2 different ways to get here. Is he supposed to take his sunglasses off? And like, the port is mostly pretty good, but there is the occasional little goof up. I thought about doing the GameCube version, but this is bad. This just can't be good at all. Are you sure about that mask? Oh yeah, he's just giving you a hint that you want to use mask right here. So if we try to go this way, it's a dead end. Fire. So if you want to use mask. So how's Mask gonna get through this blocked door? Let's see. What's he gonna do? Of course. He's just gonna suplex the debris is all. No biggie. This is a great scene right here.
What's in your right hand, Chico?
Please don't. This is just a...
Put your arms down!
No, it's not like that. This gun is a...
Don't move, amigo.
Please, don't shoot.
Stay still.
Ah!
Oh no, Mask is gonna get shot. Oh, he just headbutted the bullet. No biggie.
What were you doing here?
Cleaning up. Our head chef always tells us that an ideal kitchen is a kitchen clean enough that you can lick the floor. Anyway, it's the least that I can do for them.
The others? The chef? The waiters? Where are they?
Those guys with the strange smiles. You saw them?
It's dangerous, Aki. Get out of here.
Awesome.
Mask is just too badass. So, the fire has mysteriously gone away, thankfully. Actually, let's do Mask's counter. I forgot we did unlock his counter. We might want to show that off too. Actually, not these guys. Wait, listen. Wait for it. Wait for it. I was like the little woohoo. They're so happy. I like how there's like so many different types of like heaven smile laughs. Like they don't all just make the same noise. Oh no. My ammo wasn't loaded. So, the Feng Shui map, very important. You got the, I believe it's called the Warrior in the north, the like turtle thing. Like a lion thing, the west, dragon east, and like a phoenix to the south. So, warrior, lion. And you know what the funny thing is? I guess this is like a known thing in like, I don't know if it's in just Japan or like Asian culture in general, that these different directions resemble, like correlate to these different mythical creatures. But there's a puzzle in the Silver Case, the 25th Ward, that also has to do with the Feng Shui map and these creatures. And I wouldn't have been able to solve it if it wasn't for Killer7, because like there's no like you might not understand what they want from you unless you know that concept exists. But this is the West House, so that's the lion. Or the thing that looks like a lion. Damn it. Just another micro smile. Master, this is bad. Very, very bad. I just have this feeling that I've seen that sushi chef before. I recognize that I'm full of myself and my manliness look. It's all a charade, I tell you. A phony. All looks and nothing more. I don't care what you say, Master. This is one man I cannot accept. And no, this is not because he's more handsome than me. Nothing of that sort, never. I just cannot forgive the rat. Yeah. It's funny, like, sometimes Uwazar just gives you, like, basic tips, and then other times he's telling you something relating to the plot. So it's actually the white tiger, it wasn't a lion. Should have figured that, because, that's like, Travis Touchdown in No More Heroes, like, his whole thing is, like, the tiger. And he's kind of like a Western character, in a way. I always saw, like, kind of, an East versus West thing between Travis and Henry. Although, I guess, Travis would be the Eastern side in that perspective because he's a weeb. But also, Henry has this, like, chivalrousness about him. His group in No More Heroes 3 is literally called, like, the Emerald Knights or whatever. Save. You never know. You might need your save. You knock off their replant. I should have just countered them at that point, actually. this is north. That was the warrior, like the black turtle. Woohoo! We got Travis there as well. It's like a turtle with a snake head, actually. And tail. It's a snurtle. Straight up, he's desperate. Fukushima's only ace in the hole is the Yakuma. The secret conference of the US-Japan territory talks held at the Kako building tomorrow represents the time limit. The Yakuma will determine whether the fireworks launch. It's Fukushima's offering to the gods. What's your move, Chief? Kill him and sink Japan? Or let him live and get the Yakuma? The Yakuma is dangerous. It will allow the United States to rule the world. The course of humankind is in your hands, Chief. So once again, that Yakuma is coming up. I like Travis wearing a blue shirt here. He usually doesn't wear like colored shirts, so it's cool when you see that. So Fukushima. You can always see a picture of your target. So the Yakuma policy comes up again, and they're saying it's this powerful document. The United States gets its hands on it. They'll be able to, they'll rule the world. Oh, carrier pigeon. Johnny Gagnon. My dearest Amir, the world is falling into chaos, and those ruled by a deep darkness increase in number. There's one group they fear. Have you heard of the Harmon Assassins? I don't want to call them on you. Consider setting up a payment plan. I found the target of their first job. His name is Travis Bell. He disappeared 30 years ago. It's no mistake he was murdered. Few people remember him, and nobody has said they were with him. It seems he got himself in some dangerous business. I will follow the murderous trail, no doubt a bottomless pit. I can't stop shaking, but I will put my life on the line and find out. I'll be contacting you again, Johnny Gagnon. So, now he's straight up threatening to send the Smiths after this person named Amir who is getting information. Alright, East was the dragon. Master, this is bad. Seriously bad. It's an assassin. An assassin's been sent to this joint. A skilled assassin. But do not worry, a human assassin. Nothing compared to the smiling freaks. In the name of harmony. Alright, so East, the Azor Dragon. That just leaves the last one. Which, it was south, right? So it would be the Phoenix.
You're fucked.
Phoenix, yeah.
You're fucked.
And if we did it correctly... Oh, there you go. Pretty funny. I don't know why that's funny to me, just the way they snap together. Soul Shell just falls from the sky, because why not? Kinda, yeah. Alright, so... now we have this bridge over here. Once again, The only reason he shows up, I think that's a Kikuzaru or something. He just tells you that there's a soul shell nearby. A little redundant for this one. Bullet. It's called a soul shell, but when you pick it up, a voice goes bullet in the background. So which is it? I guess this one only needed the one soul shell. That's got to be the least amount. Because the first mission you need 2, I think. Everyone's favorite Rayvon. Coliseum. Which door will we go through this time? Maybe the middle door. There it is. Oh, not that one. I love I don't know what it is about the gameplay, and this is so satisfying, where you hold down a button to run and you just go on a certain path, and the way it's like leading you around. Like, I still, like, I'm so surprised that another game hasn't tried using that same, like, game design element mixed with, like, the first person shooting. So he's warning about the next enemy. He's like, oh, whatever you do, don't shoot that one part. Don't shoot it. It's a bullet with a soul shell. Maybe you're right. So this is a very simple enemy. All you have to do is shoot the growth. Sometimes the growth is on their hand.
Fucked.
In that case, it was just like sticking out of their head. Some of the special smiles are pretty basic. But we're gonna start seeing that one a lot from now on. Oh, it's just as I thought. I remember. I'm scared. I'm very scared. It's a bloodbath. She's a strong girl. Gotta keep shooting at your Lucy. He's actually giving us a hint on the boss, which I don't think he does all the time. Usually he just gives you a hint on the heaven smile, I think. Hey Luis, what's up? You came just in time for the boss of Sunset Part 1. I love, like, the turnaround for Harmon is so slow, watch. You never have to do it, but I like that they programmed it in. Even, like, drawing his weapon takes him like 100 years. But he does have an armor-piercing rifle, so that makes up for it.
We've been expecting you. If you will, right this way, please. Mr. Fukushima is waiting for you inside.
There he is. Toru Fukushima.
I always wanted to be a tea master. It's one of the reasons I chose this profession.
Which profession may that be?
You're an interesting man, and you ask a very difficult question. Perhaps it's a sense of humor that can only come from someone who lives his life on the edge. I wanted to become a politician who could be a true leader, but the world of politics was like a stage where people only acted. They were merely actors playing the politician.
Did you ever think of becoming an actor?
Well, it just so happened that I got a call from the government asking me if I wanted to become an architect for them.
Architect? You mean to design and devise?
Except
Yes.
Rollins.
I took the offer with delight.
Is that the only thing you do, Mr. Fukushima, the founder?
Could you bring us some refreshments?
Certainly.
Julia Kasumi. Each character has like the little freeze frame in their name shown.
It's a really old story. Union 7, a group made up of 7 young men, drew up the Yakumo Party
The
cabinet
Union
policy.
7.
The heat of factional politics.
Everyone talks about the
eventually
Killer 7,
broke
but not the
down
Union 7.
It was like a warm welcome in the world of politics. It became clear to me then. This country didn't have what it took to compete with the rest of the world.
It must be wonderful to have such a bright secretary.
Not as bright as you, Mr. Smith.
Oh, well, here he goes.
Hand over the Yakumo.
We heard there was another assassin.
Where are your
sent her.
manners?
Guess it was her the whole time. Oh no, no worries, Fack. Actually, we have 9 people right now, apparently. That's cool. So, Fukushima's dead. I don't know why she thought that we had the Yakumo. Because we do not have that. She must be a little confused. So there, the Yakumo comes up again, and you see how important it is. You know, they're killing people for it. I believe he said he was one of the. He was in the Union 7. He was one of the 7 who drafted the Yakumo. So to get a little more specific, because I think it helps to understand what the Yakuma is exactly. So the Yakuma is this document that was drafted by the Union 7, these 7 people, and like sorry. So the document was drafted by the 7 people called the Union 7, and we don't know if it's through some like magical means or if it's just so like such a smartly written document. But apparently if you follow the instructions provided by the document, you can gain great political power. Like you can just destroy, like you just become like a god of politics if you have it. And so that's why it's so like hotly like so many people want to get it. Apparently it was also a train service in Japan. Really? I didn't know that.
Don't make me.
I think we were finally wake Dan up. Yeah, so that's why it's so important. And you'll see the Yakuma come up again in Cloudman, which we will get to that chapter in a like later. And I'll talk about it a bit more there.
Okay.
So I think Fukushima, right now, as another refresher, 200 missiles was fired at Japan by an unknown enemy, and the US has a chance to step in and try to intercept the missiles, and they're deciding if they're going to or not. And I think Fukushima was going to offer the Yakumo to the US in exchange for them protecting Japan, but he just got killed, so he can't do that now.
Judge.
Okay.
I should be upgrading everyone a little bit, honestly. Kevin didn't get his counter yet. I want to see his counter. There it is.
What? You wanna die? Not what? Okay.
Coyote doesn't have, or Khan doesn't have his either. A Japanese naval cruiser built at the tail end of the 19th century. Oh yeah, that might be a more important connection, I would say. Save just in case. Yeah, there's a lot of like, there's so many layers to the story in Killer 7 that there's just a lot of things to consider. There's so many things that you're gonna miss the first time playing, or the second time playing, or the fifth time playing. I'll play as Dan actually because I haven't been playing as him. We just woke him up, so I think that's fair. She's a hottie, ain't she? What a waste though. The last fruitless attempt at the resistance by the Liberal Party. Using a woman as a weapon, that doesn't bode well for them. The kind of thing only an inept party would resort to. Japanese politicians are rotten to the core. Smith, there's no sex discrimination here. Don't hesitate. Take her out like the rest of them. So, he's not talking about the United States Liberal Party, the Democratic United States Party. To clarify, he's talking about this Japanese political party called the Liberal Party. The Liberal Party in Japan in this world is the minority party, and they're trying to gain power. Fukushima was part of the other party, and I think he was the one trying to make the deal with the US. So that's what's going on there. So the girl who killed him was part of that minority party. Now what does his shirt say? Oop, that's the wrong way. Wait. Road band. Road band. Maybe a small crash course in post-World War II Japanese history would help. Yeah, I would say so. There's literally a character in this game named Trevor Pearl Harbor, which is like, okay, that's weird. This is another problem that I'm pretty sure is a port thing. You cannot hear her talking right now, it's so loud. Keep in mind, the original GameCube game did not have subtitles like this. And you would not be able to hear what she was saying. Like, this is a pretty good port, but once in a while, it just has like a weird little issue. So Khan is like OP for this fight. It's a very epic boss fight, as you can tell. The goal is to shoot your opponent. If I get headshots, then she can't shoot you. Okay, maybe not all the time. I always thought Khan's guns kind of looked like an arcade light gun. Like they have like that blue tint to it. Broadband like the internet. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Is that what it said? Broadband? Probably. Because the internet was banned in this universe at some point. Around the same time that they banned travel by flying. Airborne travel was also banned in an attempt to stop terrorism. The internet thing's interesting because that also comes up in the silver case. Like the internet is heavily featured in the silver case.
Yakimo will destroy your country.
I love the editing on this part, watch.
Back off before you get hurt.
Right here. Oh, I love the hard cut. Explodes, the glasses skid across the ground, and then just hard cut to the chapter complete screen. They do a similar thing in the end of Angel, where it does like a quick zoom out, and then it cuts to the chapter end screen. Hey Grassroots 15. Killer 7's one of my favorite games of all time. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Oh, no, same here. Killer 7's one of my favorite games. Definitely not my first time playing. I could hear the screams coming from over here. I like how both doors are just as enigmatic as each other. One of them has like 100 padlocks on it. The other one's like looks like a safe door. Okay, so since this is a two-part mission, you go back to the trailer house, but it doesn't, like, Garcine doesn't receive a new mission or anything. You basically just come in here to save. Interestingly, that looks like the inside of a safe door. Yeah, I guess it does, doesn't it? Because you don't have, like, the dial or anything. It's almost like it's not meant to be opened from this side. Which does kind of make sense later on in the game, in a certain sense, to how that door is eventually used. Okay, so back to Washington, D.C. in a coffee shop. The Smiths seem to have some ability of quick, like, teleportation or traveling.
Well, sure is a small place.
I used to come here quite often
Which you see
when
in
I
the
was an
missions.
exchange student.
Garcine's too
I
big
like
for the
this
table.
place. Kind of run down, but homey, you know?
I didn't come down here to chit-chat. Just tell me what I need to know.
Okay. Let's get down to business. And Mr. Mills has a job for you. He wants you to kill this man. His name is Jean de Paul, 23. An apprentice cook at restaurant Fukushima. He's a spy, all right.
How can you tell?
He's one of the elite international operatives. Killed quite a few government officials, by the way.
Where is he?
Try the Kaku building.
Here's a weird fun
Syndicates
fact.
from all over the world.
Robin Atkin Downes voices this guy.
Guess
randomly.
I'll be on my way then.
Before he did Travis Touchdown,
Sayonara.
he voices this minor character in Killer7, Kasai. You see him a couple times, but that's pretty much the most you hear from him. Yeah, the Coliseum is like that weird liminal space between destinations that in the middle of missions you see them kind of go between. So I think that they use that to get, because how would Garcine get to DC so quickly? I mean, I guess he could have.
It's too late.
This is a
We
good
won't
scene.
see any fireworks.
For 65 years, we gave everything we had to restoring this country. Now, all our efforts will end up in smoke once again by the hand of the same country that first put us here.
This is what happens when you rely on boys. Now, how should we settle this?
So I believe Kenjiro Matsuoka.
Who the hell do you think you
He's
are?
a very important
This
character.
is exactly the reason I hate young pricks like him.
You may not
Oh,
realize
they lack
it.
patience.
Hey, kid, do yourself a big favor. Here.
Blow your head off.
You want to shoot us with that gun? Go ahead.
We're prepared to die.
Shoot us if it will make you happy, but it won't make any difference.
Oh, we've done it many times, killing our seniors, but it's how we've always settled things.
Look at you. Don't even have balls to pull trigger.
I can say this much. This boy's got no future.
You guys are mean. Oh, there he is.
You know, a real gentleman would dress more appropriately before his death.
Who the hell are you?
That's Kunlan. One of the best villains.
Why do they treat elders like we are such nuisance? Only if they knew how much we truly contribute.
I have to agree with you there.
He's yours.
So, with Kunlan's divine touch, he changes Matsuken in some way. Does something to him. So he doesn't just turn people into Heaven Smile, he can influence them, I guess.
Partner.
I think he is finally seeing things clearly now.
Well, you'll always be together.
Great cinematography right here. Kunlan's gone. They're all gone. I really wish we had more scenes with Kunlan, honestly. That's why it would be really sick if they did do an extended version of Killer7 eventually, which I know Suda said he wants to do. The only thing that sucks is that Kunlan's voice actor's dead. He actually died like a while ago. And he has such a distinct, iconic voice. It would be really hard to replace it. And I don't know if they re-recorded his lines for the parts of the game that weren't used already. Probably not, because that's something that probably would have been cut earlier on in the development process. Probably gave him wires from the moon. Yeah, he lunaticked him. No future. We need more pieces of media that just kind of weird, yeah. Yeah, Suda said there was about 3 hours of planned cutscenes that he wanted to have, and I think he said there's about an hour total in the finished game. So there was a lot cut out. There's a whole interaction between Curtis and Kunlan and Curtis interacting, which you never see that, or they're like at least in like the same scene together. Kunlan's actually absent from like a few different chapters in this, despite being the main antagonist. Yeah, they cut a lot out, and apparently it was actually Shinji Mikami who suggested to cut a lot of things out to Suda, because he said it would make things, I don't know, it would just flow better or something. Maybe it's good we didn't reach full Kojima scale. Here's my thoughts on it. I think that this might be the best version that the game could be, because there is something to the fact that you're missing information that makes it maybe more interesting. But at the same time, I'm such a huge fan of the game, I want to see what was missing, if that makes any sense. It's like how the theatrical cut of a movie might be the best version, but if you're really into it, you want to see the extended cut. You know. These guys are weird because the only difference from them and other Smiles is that they can just appear out of the sky because they have jetpacks on. They don't actually use the jetpacks to fly or anything. They just do that. Like, oh, there they are. Look, handsome man executive cola, so that's like a little reference to that. I believe we want bloody tomato juice, creamy southern coffee, and was it vegetable tempura soup? Alright, cool. Vegetable tempura soup. Never had that before. Poison Smile, these guys are cool. I like them because of, let me show you. These guys first.
You're fucked.
Right. So if you kill them, like, brute force, watch. They get back up. Whoops. Oh god. I made a mistake there. Yeah, but what I was trying to show you there, you can kill most Heaven Smiles without the weak point. They just fall down, you don't really get any blood from them. But the Poison Smiles, they fall down and then they laugh in reverse and they get back up. Pretty cool. I don't really need that yet. So, Coyote to pick this lock. And you know what this is? It is a cheating device that we have now deactivated. Oh, I didn't realize there was a smile in there. I need to be more careful. And this is just saying you need to get Snake Eyes. I think one thing the port changed, once we get to the room, I'll show you.
You're fucked.
Me blood. Uh-oh. I'll have to change this for safety. Oh jeez. I didn't. Frickin' Heaven's turning animation is so extra he didn't turn in time to get away from that. Damn it. I'm missing way too many of these right now. But anyways, one of the things that they changed is that we need to get Snake Eyes. We need to roll Snake Eyes. And I think in the original GameCube version, it was entirely random. It was like actually rolling dice over and over until you got Snake Eyes. But in this one, I think they greatly increased the odds of getting the Snake Eyes, so it doesn't take as long. See. It still is. There we go. Even that though, like rolling over and over again, think about how long it would take you to get Snake Eyes. It wouldn't take forever, but it would probably take a little while. I think that was one thing they changed in the port. Bullet. Bullet. Laughed at me. You laughing at. How they bleed when you hit them with Heaven. Yeah, that's something that I think is like probably a good idea to change. Huh. I wonder why Coyote has a blue eye, but when you switch to Kevin, it's a red. Oh no, his is blue as well. I thought blue just meant that your health was low. See? No, even Mask has a blue eye. Maybe it's supposed to be when your health is low, but it's a glitch. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, the port has a lot of weird little issues. Nothing game-breaking, but there's the occasional weird thing. How's this for a stuffy atmosphere? This is the Information Terminal Central, where the elites of the world gather. While the backroom movers and shakers stared each other down, the debate heated up over the subject of the disposal of Japan. Not a single country argued in her favor. The Japanese territory would be a prize to any neighboring country. Straight up, Japan is on her own. Damn. Oh, you know what? The blue eye might be we don't have any vials. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, we got one soul shell. This is a very straightforward level. All you have to do is go clear out each floor. You get like a shell on each floor, and then you just keep going up. Hard to hit those spots sometimes when they're like on a wiggly arm. Actually, I have some blood. I could probably get that on the way back. Alright, so this is just saying you want to get a royal flush. Pretty basic. The puzzles in this game are pretty straightforward. Unless maybe it's on a harder difficulty. Red means you got vials, blue means okay. That is what it means. There's a lot of little things that sometimes you have to actually talk to Iwazaru in here to get information that you wouldn't otherwise know, and I never really bothered to do that. Like the first time playing this game. You're getting a slight audio delay. Let me see. Like the first time playing this game. You're getting a slight audio delay. Let me see. Like the first time playing this game. You're getting a slight audio delay. Let me see. I'm testing it on myself to see if I hear it. Or if I see it on my video playback. You're getting a slight audio delay. Let me see. I'm testing it on myself. You're right. To see if I hear it. Let me stop and restart OBS and see if that fixes it. Alright, okay. Let me know if that, if that fixed it. Sometimes you just have to restart OBS. Family stuff gotta go. Later, everybody. Have a good stream, Jay. Thank you, Umbreon. You have a good one. If you're speedrunning this, I imagine just running through most of the enemies with Kevin would probably be a good idea. I mean, this would be easy even without the hint. Like, most people know what a royal flush is. Wait, it's actually worse? Are you serious? Here, I'm gonna listen for it again. I'm gonna mute this time for you guys. Oh my god, why is it doing that? Why is it gotta be on my favorite game that this happens? Usually it's like... That is... I'm gonna reopen OBS entirely. And hopefully, that does something. So, let me just... I accidentally just closed Steam. instead of OBS because they both, the frickin' icons are 2 black circles. God damn it. Alright, sorry. Oh, great. That's awesome. And it said, do you want to cancel closing Steam? And I kept hitting the cancel button and nothing happened. Oh, when was the last time I saved? I mean, I've been saving in every Harmon's room where I could save. That's annoying. It wouldn't suck as much as if it didn't take like forever to just log back into Steam. Sorry about that. I didn't even get to restart OBS because like I closed the wrong thing and then I had to restart it to tell everyone. But also, it wasn't even like I was trying to be quick so you guys wouldn't have to wait as long. And when you have a game open up on your main monitor, I can't like go to the little arrow that tells you what's you know that little thing on the bottom where all the program icons pop up and you can just right click and close it. Like I can't normally see that when I have the main monitor blocked by a game. So I was trying to get that to pop up. I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just I was trying to be quick and it just made things worse. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, hopefully that fixes the delay. I don't know how long the delay was happening. I know you it probably wasn't happening for like most of the stream, right? Because I know that I figure you would have brought it up sooner. Okay. I think we're just outside of the building, but since we're coming, yeah. All right. We just have to redo the building, but it's fine. It shouldn't take that long. I'll be quick about it. It looks like it's fixed. Okay, that's good at least. So. You know, I'm gonna like speed run this if I can. Have a good start. Right, and I need Coyote. Usually I am Coyote, but this time I was just... But yeah, you have to disable this cheating device or else you can't roll Snake Eyes. The dice will just roll forever. Oh, right. Oh my god. Of all the... Right, that's the whole point. The Poison Smiles can't die like that. How do you guys like my speedrunning so far? Pretty good, huh? Even faster when you kill somebody. If I could have at least got him, would have been good, because we would have woke everyone up. Alright, well maybe we'll get luckier with the dice this time. You could just get them, like, pretty quick. There we go. Actually need to talk to Travis. Kevin's pretty fast. Actually need to collect some blood here. I need to get a new GameCube controller. My GameCube controller is so bad at this point. The joystick part, you know, it's supposed to have like those like circular, like the circular grooves on it. Mine just melted completely. I don't know what happened. It must have been like really hot one summer, and like wherever it was being kept, like in a box or whatever, it's just completely melted in. I was thinking that too. It is kind of weird that they call them doubles. It should be Snake Eyes. Yeah, the top left of the left stick. I could take a picture of it. Like, the grooves are completely filled in because it, like, melted into itself. Walter was breathing on it? Yeah, that might have happened. Possible. I don't think Kevin even has his counter unlocked yet. Alright, we're pretty much back to where we were now. Oh yeah, Mother Smile. So Coyote's actually, well, maybe not now. He only has one. Let's see. I'll give it a shot. He's the kill, first of all. There we go. I'm just gonna go in. Even if you can't save in a Harmon room, they do act as soft checkpoints, so see how the lights green? Now, if you do die, that's where Garcian comes out of to go revive. Okay, 1437625. 1437625. Oh boy. Why did you come back? Oh great. No! Oh my god. See, now I'm rushing to try to... I need to calm down. I'm like rushing to try to make up for it, but now I'm going to... but the thing I just said is, at least now we have an example of it.
I'm a cleaner.
So, when a persona dies, you have to be Garcian... Wait a minute! Wait. I'm like positive that it's the room turned... The whole reason why the Harmon room you just went and turned green is because that's where you come out of. Why would they make us come out of the one in the first... Like the very first area? Unless it is only the one you save at. Yeah, but we activated the Harmon, because I was just explaining how it doesn't have to be a save Harmon room for you to utilize it with Garcian. If you notice, the camera perspective's different depending on who you play as. And it's very obvious with Garcian because he's really tall. He's like looking down on the smiles. Oh well. Kind of a pain in the ass. Can't believe I let myself die there. He does have a down attack. Might see right here. Nope. Alright, see how this light isn't green? It's because it's not the last Harmon room I was in. But the one on the 3rd floor, like I could have sworn that was the whole point of why, like whatever Harmon room is currently lit is the one that Garcian comes out of when you die. I'm legitimately wondering now if that's another weird port thing. I don't usually die that much, so I'm not as familiar with that, but now I'm not sure.
Son of a bitch.
Just collecting some blood. Okay, there's Kevin. I mean, Coyote. I mean, I died plenty of times the first time I played the game, but I was pretty young at the time. You also get a longer quote from Garcian there if you wait on the screen. It says, "Look, I'm a cleaner. I can feel no remorse at seeing a dead body. To me, it's merely cold, rotting flesh." We do have a lot of blood.
Don't make me.
Okay. All right. Okay. I forgot because Garcian came out of this, so now we're gonna come out of this, of course. I need to look that up. I'm like positive that the whole point of the room lighting up green is that it's because that's where you come out of as Garcian. Okay. Back here. See how this one's lit green? Gotta be for something. Hang on a second. Oh my god, is it because you have to turn the TV on? It is because you have to turn the TV on. That's what it is. Because I came in the room to activate it, but I didn't realize, I've never noticed that the TV only turns on once you first interact with it. That's what it is. Now I know. Wow, I learned something new. Waiting for him to come around that corner. There. Oh, it's a freaking mother smile. Fuck. Oh, come on. That's kind of dirty. Okay. Oh, damn it. Oh, you know what? This is fine. We're gonna get a bunch of blood from Carmelia right there. Plain Sam said this is from Grasshopper. Yeah, yeah, it is. So, boom. A lot of people think you can only destroy those nest spots with Dan's collateral shot, the demon shot, which takes 3 vials, but you can actually blow up the yellow spots with Coyote with 1 charge shot that takes 1 vial. It's the red ones that you have to do with Dan. But most of them are yellow. Alright, odd engraving, that's good. But yeah, Plain Sam, this was the first Grasshopper game. I think it might be the first Grasshopper game that was released in the US, actually. Because the Silvergate didn't get released much later, and the Flower, Sun, and Rain... Maybe Flower and Sun and Rain... I don't know, because Flower, Sun, and Rain didn't come out in the US until the DS port, and I'm pretty sure that came out... after this. It might have been around the same time. We don't need to talk to you. Alright, so everyone remembers what this was, right? It was 14, 76, 20. How could you forget? It's so easy to remember. Wait, what? Did I do it wrong? 14. Oh! Oh my god. That's just replacing them. I thought you... Okay. Okay, so 14, sorry, I didn't realize you had to move them manually. Hang on, I'm gonna go look at the poster again just to be sure. It says they helped make Shining Soul 1 and 2, which saw a US release before this. I mean, I'm sure there's like might have been cases where there was games they worked on, but this was like the first like fully fledged Grasshopper game that came out in the US, I'm pretty sure. $14, 3, 143, 76, 25. Let me try this again. Yeah, you do have to... I swear, it used to be different. I don't know. I'm just going a little crazy. I got thrown off my groove when I closed Steam by accident. But I could have sworn that you moved these in a different way originally. The Shining thing, those are like it's like an RPG, right? I don't think I've ever seen the horse race feel like that until just now. Yeah, it's just, I have like a very like clear memory of me just hitting the numbers in a certain way, but yeah, I must have... Who knows? Alright, we got our bullet. We don't need to talk to Yoon. Snake said, is this your first time playing? Oh, no, Snake, this is like one of my favorite games ever. This is a gambler's paradise. I don't think this place cares much for active support of crime reduction policies. The hole in the ceiling, that calls for... Oh yeah, he's just giving us the hint for Coyote. This is the thing about Iwazaru, is like sometimes he gives you a little bit of story information and then sometimes he gives you just like mechanical hints. But Travis is like usually important to talk, like you want to really make sure you talk to Travis every time. He's got stuff worth saying for sure. I want to get this Carmelius. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, I goofed. No! I got too cocky. Alright, so here's, you got the Bambi beer, you got the other thing. Oh, there's another poison smile coming. Counter his ass. Oh, they countered him too. Alright, so anyways, you know what's funny? I don't think I ever could recall the specific details of this puzzle. I just would always just do it without really understanding what the point of it was, but oh, let's see if I could read this kanji. Hang on. Let me give it a shot. I think that's in in Shishidaru. I think that's what this is, but I don't know what that means though. Doru. In Shishi. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, here's a safe spot, that's good. Yeah, it could be a brand name, that's true. It could be a brand name, or our blood machine's probably about to break. Got a lot of blood. Alright, Kevin, oh, yeah, I think he got his counter.
Yeah.
I think Khan needs his counter still. Oh, can't wake him. But yeah, let me upgrade.
Yeah. I'll just set them on fire. Piece of cake.
I'll just set them on fire, piece of cake. Tell I'm biased for Coyote.
Shit. Fuck it.
Jeez, you still are an ugly fella. How's it been? Jeez, you still are an ugly fella. How's it been?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till Khan gets up. Are we in a cybernetic world? Not exactly. It's the Smiths, which are these 7 assassins who they're referred to as personas, and you switch between them. Oh god. That's scary. They use the medium of TV to communicate with each other and transform into the different personas. Oh god, where's that smile at? Where is it? Got him! That means Khan's gonna be awake now. Beware the basement. A hitman has already infiltrated the suave dude, DePaul, who was at the restaurant as a spy from the International Ethics Committee. The goal is to disrupt the final talks between the US and Japan. They're planning a secret meeting somewhere in this building by interrupting the talks. They hope to delay the sinking of Japan. Take them out, Smith. Take them out. Yeah, so I think you just want to match the imagery on those posters with the imagery on the cards here. If I could get it right. Oh, there we go, first try. So I guess I did remember that puzzle. I think it's every time I look at those posters, I'm like, wait, what am I supposed to be looking for again? That's what I forget. Whoops! That was close. If you walk into those lasers, it shuts the door on you, I think, so you want to go through as Kevin. Are the enemies ghosts? No, they're called Heaven Smile. And they're kind of like these creatures that like suicide bomb you. Most of them suicide bomb you for the most part. And they're like created by this evil entity named Kunlan, who's like the main antagonist. He's a very like chaotic... He's almost more chaotic than evil, I would even say. Which would go along with the... one of the major themes of Killer7 is like yin and yang, east versus west, like black and white, like kind of like the two sides of one coin, opposites. But the Heaven Smile are generally created out of people, I believe. Like, yeah, Kunlan does turn people into Heaven Smile, but they can also be born out of other Heaven Smile. It's not exactly clear. But they're created by Kunlan. That's the main thing. It holds its arms wide open. It holds a large sickle. It'll slice you to pieces. You must aim for the sickle. It turned around. Oh yeah, I know what he's talking about. Now, now's your chance. Smash the bright spot. Somewhere between possession and infection. I think that's a good... No, that's a perfect analogy, actually. Backside smile. So these ones you want to turn around. I've always had kind of trouble with these guys. There you go.
You're fucked.
So you can hit the spot on their back. They're actually easier if you have one of Kevin's later abilities. Like, okay, here's a question here. So, we just entered through that way, and now we've come back through this way, and now we're going through this left side. Like, this whole area is very, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's very strange. Yeah, this was released on GameCube and PS2. It was originally supposed to be a GameCube exclusive, and then Capcom like reneged on the whole, we're gonna make 5 exclusive games for the GameCube, let's port them all to the PS2. Let's knock this target off quick. You shouldn't have to bother with the sushi chef. He's giving us hints, we don't really need to talk to him about that. Oh yeah, the Coliseum is such an interesting part of the game. I agree. It's just it's so like mysterious. That's true. Piano 3 was the only one that remained a GameCube exclusive. I want to do a video on the Capcom 5 one of these days, just because it's such an interesting story. But the Capcom 5 were these 5 games that Capcom said we're going to make exclusive for the GameCube, and as they came out one by one, they started to become even less and less of that. So the first one that came out was Piano 3, and it was an exclusive for the GameCube, and it stayed an exclusive for the GameCube. And then after that, you had like Resident Evil 4, which was an exclusive for the GameCube, I think for like less than a year, like almost a year, and then it ported to PS2. And then you had Beautiful Joe, which was an exclusive for the GameCube for like maybe a few months or something. And then by the time Killer7 came out, it came out on GameCube and PS2 like at the same time. Okay, so Beautiful Joe was the one where it was almost a year exclusive, and then Resident Evil 4 was like less than a year. By the time Killer7 came out, they both came out at the same time, the two PS2 and GameCube versions. And then the 5th game never came out. It was such not a GameCube exclusive, it wasn't anything because it never existed. So yeah, that's just a quick brief overview of the Capcom 5. But yeah, I want to do like a whole video on that one of these days because it's just very interesting. And 2 of the 5 games are some of my favorite games ever made. So they do very clever ways of making you like having you be the right persona at the right points in the story, because you need to blow this wall down with Mask. So when it triggers the cutscene, you're Mask. I feel like they're pretty smart about that. So there's the shot from the last.
So, you were behind this after all.
From part 1.
I guess my speech was meaningless.
Lucha Libre is for kids. But you know,
can't say
you
that.
are great with the kids, Masked Man.
Children are pure. They know who's the strongest.
That's right. So he's really fast and we're really slow. Oh, you have to reload. That's right. Because you did that first shot. You can't even start. Yeah, you need to reload first. Oh my god. It's okay, he does barely any damage. There we go. He's dead. Oh! He does that. So, it's kind of a troll. You have to... Every time Mask shoots, he has to reload. It's a really powerful shot, but he has to reload every shot. Since we just blew that wall down to get in here, we had to reload. So that's why it like took us so long to hit him. He's a lot faster than we are. But sometimes I think you could get lucky and you can shoot it down on him before he starts hitting you. Oh, here it is, the Mahjong room. This is what Banana was waiting for. Yeah, Dead Phoenix. The game that never was. Here we go. Great scene.
Taking advantage of us, aren't you? There's more than one scenario, you know.
You got this all mixed up, you monkey. Don't you think you can hold on to the bar forever when you're on the verge of death?
Listen to him, barking like a stupid dog.
Gee. So, you finally reveal your true self. You dirtbag.
I'll take that as a threat to the States.
Pong.
It's the one who designs first that wins.
I didn't know monkeys could design.
Don't underestimate the monkeys.
Pong.
Don't underestimate the monkeys. That's a good line.
There are dogs bred for fighting, and they're mean sons of bitches.
How do I stop your barking?
Gee.
What?
What can one knight possibly do? Don't you care about winning?
You really are a stupid dog. You'd better pay attention before someone puts a bullet in your head.
Shut up, monkey. Richie.
Too bad. Like I said, I know your train of thought. Lawn.
Bullshit! Enough of the caviling. This is pathetic.
Hey, yo! Cheater! That's a footy-tan! You got no hand.
What?
Shit. It's all over.
I think that went well. So if you're wondering what the hell that was, which I had no idea when I was first playing, because I didn't know what to pay attention to, or I don't know. There's just this game just delivers the story in such a weird way. This was supposed to be the talks between the US and Japan, in trying to find out if the US is going to try to intercept those missiles going to Japan. Yeah, this was like the final talks on that, and this is how it turned out, apparently. Yeah, so Fact brings up the whole Japanese phrase of dogs and monkeys fighting. So if you notice during the game, the Japanese representatives are referring to the Americans as dogs, and the American reps refer to the Japanese as monkeys. So it's like, it's another recurring element of the East versus West theme. Oh, and who's in here, I wonder? It's Susie. Well, hello, Smith. I finally get some fresh air. It's not that I don't like tight places, but there are limits to everything. This place is a bit too tight. A box is no way to treat someone. I look like a victim of a mutilation murder. Like slashed into pieces. Pieces? It completely slipped my mind. Maybe I've fallen to pieces. Families in pieces. Lovers in pieces. Bodies in pieces. My whole life is about pieces. Then I figured, why stop now? People I don't care for, also in pieces. Before I knew it, I was all alone. Then I blew up the facility to pieces. And now there's nobody left. That's when I met him. Daddy Longlegs. Here, I'll give you this now. Why does she say it like that? Not bodies in pieces, but bodies in pieces. I don't know. Susie says a lot of weird things. It made me so happy. He was so very kind. He enveloped me in warmth, extending his hand for a gentle caress. Then he reached out gently for the grand prize down south. Now that really drove me mad. Next moment I'm looking at a pile of minced man. And he knows he deserved it. These baby boomers don't know right from wrong. And that's how a killer was born. Susie did the boomer, okay boomer thing before it was popular. She did emojis before they were popular. No, yeah, Banana, you do not get the free upgrade, free ammo from the upgrade. I legitimately think that they just forgot that that was a thing, or maybe, I don't know how many of the people who worked on the original RE4 worked on the remake. It might have been, there might be nobody. But that is something I could see, like, maybe they forgot about that. Yeah, if you guys couldn't tell by that, Susie may have murdered a person or two in her life before she became a head. Let's see what Travis has to say. The talks broke down. All according to plan, I guess. Now the skies will rain on Japan for sure. But straight up, it doesn't add up. Why doesn't the US destroy the UN party? Why do they let them live? Somebody's pulling the strings. Could it be a Fukushima adherent? Jiro Matsuka is the director of the Central Management Office, or Matsuken for short. Can he pick up where Fukushima left off? Can this dude leave Japan? So Matsuken is the guy from that opening cutscene who he shot the elderly members, and then Kunlan like influenced him in some way. That's who Matsuken is. Banana said it was 3 guys who watched a partial playthrough of the original who worked on RE4 remake. I don't know if that's an intentional balancing decision. I feel like it's because it's not like it greatly affects, like, oh, it's OP that you can get ammo back. It was just like a nice bonus. Like, it doesn't heavily affect either way, which just makes it more of a slap in the face that it's not there at all. Because it was just very satisfying to do. So I don't see how that would be a balancing. You know what? Counter.
Bastard.
I mean, you could be right. That might be the intention, but it just seems like an odd choice if that's the case. Plain Sam said, "I thought politics in games was only Metal Gear Solid." No, Killer 7's very political, but it just takes place in like an alternate universe, alternate timeline, I guess. And it's just such a bizarre game that a lot of people kind of miss. It is kind of like, to an extent there is like political commentary in there, but there's just so much weird stuff going on, it's kind of hard to like just focus on it. Pro wrestlers sure are awesome. It reminds me of my childhood. We'd watch wrestlers fighting on the TV. I just love Master Smith. Have you ever considered returning to the ring? Prove that the ultimate art of fighting is professional wrestling in a Vale Tudo match. Matsuken has a Yakumo. He wants to change the world. He believes that Japan will arise from the ashes. This war won't end until you kill him. When you finally meet Matsuken, this can all end. So, this is kind of like, if you didn't get it before, that conversation with Jean de Paul basically shows you, oh, all of these weird ghostly figures that we're talking to, they're like that because they're people that the Killer 7 have killed, and they're now stuck with them. And they're actually called remnant psyches. So if each character in Killer 7 of the main 7 are people that like that died at one point and now they're reborn as these alternate personalities to Harmon being the old man in the chair, in the wheelchair. So all the remnant psyches are people who were killed that didn't like get absorbed into like the main party, but they're still like part of the consciousness in some way. They're like a weaker part of the consciousness. And I don't know if like that's something that's determined on purpose. Like, can you decide who's added, or is it like just the personality itself is too weak to be added? I don't know. I'll make the world a place with no bad people. I promise you. I'll kill every last scum. It'll be a peaceful place. Nobody can stop me. You know what? There are 2 people who keep screwing things up. The old man just won't die. You have to smash his brains to finally kill him for good. And big old man, your tie is crooked. So he's given, it sounds like What is he talking about? He's giving us a hint for the boss fight we're about to fight. But yeah, the whole remnant psyche thing's interesting. So that insinuates that Susie, who we can infer was like a serial killer at some point, was disposed of by the Killer7, and then they were absorbed as a remnant psyche into their into their group. So that's why you see her around all the time. So you want to go over this way first, just so. Well, there's a Harmon's room, but also pretty sure Travis is on the rooftop over there. See if we could break the blood machine. We should be able to. Oh, we didn't break it.
Shit.
Let's actually upgrade Arcade because we're gonna use her right now probably. Double tap, nice.
Yeah.
And then Khan never got his counter. There he goes.
Yeah. I'll just set them on fire. Piece of cake.
I'll just set them on fire. Piece of cake.
Yeah. Shit. Maybe.
Don't make me say it.
Get this.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
If I could use a Khan's counter. But yeah, there's like no joke. There is like the political relations between the U.S. and Japan is like a big part of like this story. Particularly these it does kind of get sidetracked in the middle of the story, but like the first couple chapters or the first few chapters for sure. But the thing is, like I always say Killer7's a very layered story. It's because there are like multiple levels to like what's going on in terms of the narrative. Nice work, Chief. Have you had your fill of picking off small fries? Well, the big fish are still fair game. The UN party headquarters is right over there. Your target is a couple of corrupt old men, the incarnation of greed. Straight up, they're sly old foxes. Man's as good as shit. A ring opens the door to battle. Go finish him off, Smith. I'm gonna try to counter this guy. I'm pretty sure I could counter this guy with Khan. He has a cool counter, actually. Watch.
Later.
Counter him too, why not?
Later.
I like his counter a lot. And I'm actually going to that doesn't switch once we get in there. What does Rosaru say here? Out of curiosity. I can't lie. The homeland is out of control. Thundering toward who knows where. Master, please tell me. Are you not frightened? Can a nation have a will? I'm not sure anymore. What makes a unit? Can people be counted in units? I cannot accept the way the homeland kills. In the name of Harmon. Like I said, yeah, there's the episodic story of the specific target, the ongoing story of Kunlun versus the Smiths, figuring out what exactly the Killer7's deal is, and the high-level East versus West politicking. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lots of levels to things. And, we're only really zoomed in on, like, one of the level. Like, we can only really peek into a couple of the other things. Like, the main story that's focused on, that we can really see from our perspective is, kind of what we see from Garcian's perspective. Because Garcian is, like, the manager of the Killer 7 in a lot of ways. Like he's the one who sets up the meetings and talks with Mills.
This country is big. It's too big. Our voices will never be heard. You really think you're better than us because we're old men?
Yeah, I mean, you said it, not me.
You're not getting out of here alive. Japan's not going down just yet. Not without a fight. We'll show him, right, partner?
This boss fight's actually a huge pain in the butt unless you know what to do. I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the worst boss fight in the game if you don't know what you're doing. I've heard people say that there's no real reason for these flowers, aside from getting them out of your way. There's another set of flowers to the left. But I thought maybe that the idea of the flowers is that it makes one of them cough. Can you shoot these ones? Yeah. Maybe that's what they were meant for, and then they decided you didn't have to do that? I don't know. But anyways, you have to shoot his tie. And then the other guy will come and fix the tie, and that exposes his brain. And while all this is going on, there's pieces of brain matter flying towards you. Which you don't want to let hit you. And as you could probably guess, Kate is the best person to use here because of her scope. Oh, he's dead already. That's right, because I powered up her shots. Good. Usually it takes more than 2 shots. So now, you just have this guy. And occasionally he'll do that, and then you can hit his brain. It's good to shoot the brain from the bottom here, that way you can see when he's open. So just wait for them to spin. They spin around a bit before they start flying towards you. This has all the ingredients of a psychedelic film or anime. It would definitely make for an interesting anime. I think the way that the story is told is best done via gameplay, via a game rather. But I think it could make a really interesting anime if it was, maybe if we got little bits of different information, or if the story was told in a bit of a different way. They definitely couldn't just copy it beat for beat. It would have to be structured differently. Hell, even if the anime was like not even focused on what the main plot of the game is, but it was still centered around the Killer 7, even that might even be a better way of doing it.
What can you do when the whole world has its eyes on you?
Almost everything. Destroying 1 or 2 nations? It's an easy task here. The promise made 30 years ago wasn't a guarantee. It was only the beginning of a countdown.
Those are the missiles.
Look at them. They're heading toward hell.
What's sad is that we've gotten used to this. I mean, our senses. That's pathetic.
That doesn't necessarily mean that we're not human.
Okay, now you're not helping.
And then you just hear explosion. Sunset complete. Yes, Sam, I'm actually playing this on Steam right now. You can actually pick it up for pretty cheap. It usually, it goes on sale pretty often. And the port's pretty good. It just has the occasional little hiccup. Laughter is the countdown of devastation. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do Cloudman. I think we'll do one more mission. Cloudman's a really good chapter. One of my favorite chapters. Who's that? Who could this person be? And notice that this chapter takes place over a year from the last one, because the first two are very connected with the whole missiles heading to Japan, but a lot of time has passed since that one. I would always like shoot the weirdest spot, like the tip of a pinky. Full moon again, this time it's purple. Here it is.
The name's Andre Almeida. I am a man with a plan. The people will come to me for salvation. I have a hunch that something's gonna happen. Take this Stacy concert going on right here. Something very bad is gonna happen here. You ever met the kind of people that come to these Stacy concerts? These dudes have got energy to
How's
spare.
that,
We're talking guys who beat off 4 times a day.
Oh no.
This is an epicenter of energy, man. But this Stacy they love, she's an illusion. But in the new age, there's no fooling them. No, sir. They won't be tricked by illusions anymore. Oh my God. I can't hold back. Oh, God. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, yeah! See, I told you, this is real.
I think this is one of those scenes that kind of gets out there sometimes. But it's good. It's a good one.
Now, Mr. Garcia Smith, I'm challenging you. I've created a new faith. I want you to find me. I'm waiting for you. So what do you say? If you don't find me, I won't have meaning.
You might recognize
I'll be waiting for you.
this voice actor. It's Cam Clark. He voiced Liquid Snake in Metal Gear Solid. So someone did bring a Metal Gear Solid earlier. Let the Republic Party make the most of your precious vote. Thank you and have a nice day. Eating donuts. So I'm so slow. I didn't notice until my second or third playthrough that the messages that Garcian gets on his answering machine is actually from Mills. It's a code that he's leaving to say, meet me at our meeting spot on the overpass. I just thought every time, like, oh, it's a political thing, he's getting, you know, vote for our party. But no, that's freaking Mills telling him it's come meet me. And I didn't know that, I didn't realize that until like the third time playing. Oh god. This game's rated M for mature. Warning. Look away if you're not ready for that.
Oh, I didn't notice you there. No need to be so reserved, you know. Don't worry about him. The scruff loves to play rough.
They were just playing hacky sack. Garcian got some
You want to have a little fun too?
weird looking shoes. Anyway, Cam Clark voiced Leonardo. Really? I didn't know that. It's funny because whenever I play Metal Gear Solid and I hear Liquid talking, I'm like, oh, that's Almeida. Like I can hear the Almeida in his voice so much.
Ah, Garcian. How long has it been?
Okay, we're gonna talk to Harmon. Another interesting thing about the missions in this is that there's like the ongoing them trying to deal with the Smiles missions. And like in between each of the main story like threads, like you kind of go like, forget it. Let's just keep going.
The master is awake.
I sense trouble in the south.
A young man is causing some commotion.
Not a revolutionary?
He's no one of that caliber, sir.
The town is far. I shall stay here with my dear Samantha.
I'm on my way.
Your dear Samantha, who definitely doesn't
Yes,
abuse you.
Samantha.
The lights.
The lights.
Of course, sir.
It's always the lights. It's when the lights go off and then the lights go back on. What's happening there?
What are you still here for? Get out! Shoo!
It's very intriguing. So Garcians clearly has Harmon here in his trailer and he's taking care of him and he pays Samantha to help take care of him. But he seems like he's just completely like comatose. He's not responsive. He's like he just doesn't seem to be there at all. And Samantha's like mean and abusive and crude. But then the lights go off and suddenly Harmon is the leader of the Killer7. He's competent and he has his intelligence and he's talking, and Samantha is suddenly this servile maid. And it really makes you wonder what's actually going on here. I think the easy answer is like it's in Garcian's head that this is how he's imagining it to be, but I don't know if that's this. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if that's just simply what it is. You notice you switch to Harmon here to go into that mode, and usually that's when you're switching personas. Yeah, it's intriguing what's actually happening there. There's also the whole case of there being more than one Harmon, which is also a thing. I don't know if it's all in Garcian's head, but Harmon is definitely in Garcian's head. The Harmon that's the leader of the Killer7. Yeah. Like I said, there's different Harmons. And it's even that is hard to explain because it's not exactly sure what that means. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Fack. I mean, you could be projecting one Harmon onto the other.
That? What, a new type of stalker?
I feel something. Like somebody's calling out to me.
You can't last in this business relying on feelings, but I trust you know that.
Let's hit Texas first.
Texas?
The t-shirt. Nobody wears a t-shirt that says Texas Bronco.
Except
in Texas.
Huh?
Time to head south by southeast.
That little smirk. You never see Garcian smile like that, but for some reason he just felt really clever in that moment. This chapter is really cool because you get these animated cutscenes that are in a completely different style than the other animated cutscenes you sometimes get. It just changes up like the form of media a lot. Like you have anime style cutscenes, and then you have the ones here. Trouble at Almeida Inner City, the ideal city. Assignment number 36. Find Andre Almeida. It's like the movie right here.
Well, we don't get many black folk around here.
Whoa.
What brings you to town, Almeida?
Bill.
Yes, I see. I just met him today. I meet him every day. You saw the posters around town? You think they're creepy? Well, you better keep that thought to yourself around here, if you care for your life. This is a mean town, and they'll do anything to protect the great Almeida.
I love the animation. I really wish they could have upscaled, because the game upscaled so well that it's a real shame once you get to the animated cutscenes and they're really compressed, especially since they decided to freaking blow the images up for this version instead of like keeping them the size they were before. It makes them extra blurry, which I feel like, I don't know, it's unfortunate. I'm guessing that for some reason they couldn't get access to the original files. Yeah, they might not even have the masters for the animation anymore. I mean, that might be one of those like good uses of AI that maybe they could like use that to upscale it. I know that's something. Here's the weird thing though, even if you're playing like the GameCube version of the game, the animated cutscenes actually don't even look as bad as they do here. They actually look especially bad in this port for some reason, like something went weird. Have you ever seen Big Tech's animatronic? Big Tech's animatronic. I don't know. Oh yeah, this part. Master, ew. Major grossness. I just can't take it on a physiological level. I can't stand afros. There's no way around it. I'm going to take a break. A member of the Afro cult will do a cameo in this show. When you see him, search around that area. Now I'll be taking my leave. In the name of Harmon. So this is their excuse to get rid of Uwazaru, because you don't have Uwazaru in this whole chapter. It's a substitute. I think that's just you noticing the flaws on a clearer screen more. No, like I literally compared the two one time. That if you look at the scenes from the original, it's literally like been compressed more. But it also might not help that they, like I said, they like stretch they expand the image beyond what the original resolution was on top of that. Is that guy out of his mind? Does that look like the president of a mega corporation? A comprehensive company? Yeah, right. And there ain't anything ideal about this city. It's the middle of the desert, for crying out loud. This is all beyond me. I just can't keep up with young folks nowadays. Almeida smiles. So these guys are they're the only smiles that won't just attack you on command. Conveniently, there's a security camera right there. They just run about doing their own business. Oh, there was another smile to the left of me I missed. You do want to shoot them though, because they give you something important. Well, now he's after me.
You're fucked.
I also love this music and this level, Tex-Mex. So if you notice, we get coins in the bottom left there now. You only get those from the Almeida smiles, I'm pretty sure. Plain Sam, yeah, you do. It's technically a on the rails game, but unlike any other on the rails game. It's like explorative on the rails, if that makes any sense. Oops. Got him.
You're fucked.
Oh, no, didn't get any vials from that guy. Oh, jeez. Okay, I need to switch actually, be careful. It's like if you played out the actual walking in a game like Myst, Yeah, I mean, you have control to it, and there is, like sometimes you want to back up like I just did to get like a better, to get into a safer spot. There's a way to like bait certain smiles to exploding if you like do a quick turn.
Works, doesn't it?
Oh god, where is he? Look, it's Josuke. Do you believe in God? Down with the status quo. Hear me out for just 3 seconds. It'll be done before you know it. And you won't regret a moment. Ever heard of a minimal safety net? Just hear me out. A pro wrestler would wreak havoc on that semi-truck. Sorry, wreak havoc. You must believe. He just gave us a hint there for, Okay. Countered him just in time. So if you had any doubts on the, let me see. Oh yeah, we have a different mask on. So mask this changes mask as well. If you had any doubts to the power of Mask J. Smith. There, I just woke up everyone with that shot. Check this out. My guy just pulled a semi-truck. Yeah, Katie doesn't wear shoes for some reason. I don't really know why. She's even like, that's like one of her nicknames is the barefoot. Like Coyote's the thief. Mask's name is already a nickname. I wonder what Mask's real name is. I don't think they ever tell you. Well, actually, I might.
Doesn't it?
No, yeah, I don't think they do ever tell you. You would never learn it out of respect, that's true. We shouldn't know his real name. Oh, this is one of his most iconic shirts, the Hustle shirt. Almeida's company takes a week to deliver the product. What kind of system does he have going? According to the rumors, the company purchases magazines from countries around the world. He claims the operation is the largest domestic trading company. So you're telling me he's just a wholesaler? The letters on my shirt's the password. It's like the one time where the phrase on Travis's shirt's like
doesn't it?
Used as like a password or something. Oh, there it is.
Doesn't it?
Now, I don't want to miss something here because there's actually, it's very rarely, but you can actually miss certain items. In fact, because it might be in this area. Like 99% of the items in this game are mandatory. But there's a couple that you can miss. And I think one of them's like right here if I remember. Could be wrong though. It might be another part. It's in this level for sure. Yeah, this is us getting here, so I don't think it's this.
Fuck it.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's probably not here. Giant smile. Yep, these guys are pretty tricky because you gotta shoot them in the big old eye. Otherwise they're invincible. Actually, Mask could probably kill them by brute force. There we go.
Doesn't it?
pretty hard to hit. They're pretty notorious. A lot of people have trouble with those. We want to kill more of these guys because we want coins. I forgot Katie had double tap activated. By the way, I think one thing about Garcian is you don't usually use him for fighting because he has a really weak gun. He's pretty slow too, but he has a unique ring that if we go to Garcian again, I'll show you. He has a ring called the Vision Ring, and I believe it lets you scan smiles from farther away. So like I can't scan him, but with the Vision Ring you can scan them from farther. Wait, was there a... There wasn't a route here, okay. Let's make sure. Carrier pigeon. Dear Amir, once there was a boy. The boy's mother didn't keep her promise, so the boy screamed, "Buy it or I'll kill you, mommy." Because everyone knows liars, even if they're your own parents, deserve capital punishment. This is your last chance to pay up. My sources tell me that people go missing all the time in this town. Some dash off in the night. Entire families disappear. It's like a horror story, but the town has adapted, and with surprising alacrity at that. First Life is a popular company. It's very competitive. It's not uncommon for people to quit. You'd be surprised by the turnover. First Life was established 3 years ago. Only half the original employees remain. The other half are recruits and new graduates. All the disappearances have made the hiring of new arrivals common. There was another disappearance this week at 210 Terry Street. I'll have to look into it. Alacrity means speed. Gotcha. I'll cover the scoop in this town and return to the assignment. Update, I've learned of the circumstances surrounding her, but I still need more evidence. I'll be contacting you again, Johnny Gag. So we know we're looking for 210 Terry Street. Uh-oh. No. No. Get away. Gotcha. Gonna get a bunch of blood off of that. So we're gonna want Coyote. Yeah, that is funny that there's an update in the letter. It's like before you had a chance to send it, you like got the update. God is the truth. God is a thrill. What lies in the fine line between truth and fiction is what's called a miracle. Have you experienced it? God and the pigeons are one. Trust the numerous pigeons. You need the ring for the vase. Yeah. God has experiential truth. I just get the feeling that I'm going to miss the ring that you need in this level, because I've had that happen to me before. Well, no, you don't need it, but you get it in this level, I should say.
You're fucked.
There's a stamina ring and there's a power ring. And they're the only rings you don't need because they're not for solving puzzles. They're just, the power ring makes your shot stronger, and the stamina ring lets you take less damage. And I think you find the stamina ring in this level, but I've missed it before. Heaven forbid if she steps on glass or something. Yeah, that's true. That's a good one. Alright, so we need the water ring for this. This is an interesting puzzle because it's something that would be a puzzle in real life too. The way that the vase is shaped, you would need to pour it with water to get the object. Oh, the Die Hard reference? Yeah. It's funny, I think in the Die Hard video game, the NES Die Hard game, you could like step on glass in that as well. So we just wanted to go to 210 Terry Street, I'm pretty sure. There's one other house we want to go to, but it's in a different place.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
Let's see. Okay, so we cleared that area out. That's good.
You're fucked.
I wonder if Coyote can deal damage to the giant smiles with his charge shot. Probably not. Kinda curious to try though. If I get the chance.
You're fucked.
Okay, I don't think so. Oh god. They're gonna die. You can bait them into falling. Oh, they both fell. Nice. It's locked from the other side. Don't trust anybody. Don't even trust God, okay? But you could trust Travis. The hitchhiker at the gas station. He's telling us that he has the password for the door, but we already got it. And we have the odd engraving. Everyone remembers the password, right? How could you forget? Hey, it's like Dark Souls. Everything is Dark Souls. Uh-oh. You know what? I'm just gonna... Yeah, Kevin's invincible while he's invisible. Even I'm Dark Souls? Wow. I never knew.
Don't make me
What the fuck are you?
Oh yeah, Coyote has a special line of dialogue in this, only in this chapter. Watch.
Sorry, pal, but this is the moment I've been waiting for. I have to do this or the anger inside will not go away.
Yeah, for some reason, Coyote just has this like little monologue in this level only. And I don't know why. I don't know if that was just one of the story plot lines that we didn't get. But he has it in this one for whatever reason.
I'm not a monster. Sorry, pal.
Sorry, pal. But this is the moment I've been waiting for. I have to do it or the anger inside will not go away.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the Smiths don't really get as much focus. Everyone has their own HP meter. So you can switch between them. Just gonna go for it. Oh no! I failed. Oh, don't die. No! Oh, I'm an idiot. Why did I do that? Not impossible that the Latino has some ties to something in Texas.
I'm a clean.
Yeah, that's true. But and then also here I'll show you Garcian now since we have a chance to use him. So Garcian has the vision ring, you can see. But anyways, we're gonna just pick up Coyote's head. I always assumed it was their heads in those bags.
Look, I'm a cleaner.
I can
feel no remorse in a dead body. To me, it's merely cold, rotting flesh.
That right there is like such a No More Heroes sound. Like I'm pretty sure they use that in No More Heroes at some point.
I'm not a monster.
I'm not a monster.
So if you really want to just like brute force those giant smiles, you can use mask. Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, fact, you're like mentioning things that you would only know if you played through the whole game, and I'm trying to avoid completely spoiling things. I mean, that's possible. Whoops. I'm just gonna do what Kevin does best and just avoid everything altogether. So the bulletin board just shows you, if wanting Almeida Collection number 7, it comes to the drugstore. It is the photograph of Almeida that is necessary. Oh, right. Yeah, it's funny because that's very easy to read, but they're still giving you the subtitles. I guess it's nice to have both. And then you have this poster showing you the Almeida Collection. Everyone wants the Almeida Collection. Alright, here's the best part of the game, for sure. Alright, is everyone ready? This was a gotcha game the whole time. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, the text box good for like different localizations. I think it's more the fact that the text comes out one at a time right there, which is kind of the weird part. So this game was developed around the same time as Resident Evil 4. They were actually both like kind of developed like literally around the same like times. And Shinji Mikami, the director of Resident Evil 4, also worked on Killer7. He contributed to it. And both games have these little bottle cap figures. Like I like to imagine that Suda and Shinji were just both talking about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, let's put this in our games." Some fashion or another. It is a really bizarre looking gotcha machine. I've never seen anything like that before. Or you might actually have everything that we need. Let me check. Yeah. Okay, we have all the ones that you can get from the gotcha machine. There's 2 more, but you have to find them in other places. Looks kind of like a Pikmin onion. It does a little, yeah. Alright, what's everyone's favorite Almeida? We have classic Almeida. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a speaker on it like the Resident Evil 4 ones do. You have Karate Almeida, or Judo Almeida actually says right there. So you see like the little hints of like the Brazilian flag. I guess that's what lets you know that Almeida's Brazilian, or he's I don't know if he's like born in Brazil. Clearly he's Texan because his accent where he lives and stuff, but he's also like, I guess, culturally Brazilian. With basketball Almeida. We have football Almeida. We have beach time Almeida. What does it say right there? Udo? They mentioned that in another point in the game earlier. Is that like some kind of balancing sport or something? Almeida in the corner of the card. Yeah, he is kind of unchill. You got skateboard extreme Almeida, they call him. We have the wrestling Almeida. We have cheerleader Almeida for reasons. I don't know. Furry Almeida. I like how it's like a basketball mascot specifically. Suda, like many Japanese people, likes baseball a lot. And you have manager Almeida. I don't know why he's pointing. Ahí está! The villager. The bottle cap figurines were allegedly sold in Japan a few times in the 90s and 2000s. Yeah, maybe that was something that was hot at one point, and I guess they're not anymore. Because I've been to Japan and I've used a bunch of gacha machines. I've never seen any like bottle cap gacha machines, so maybe they just don't really have those anymore. Extreme Almeida is the best so far. I think my favorite is one that we haven't seen yet. You know that adventure movie, the one about the ring? It's an autobiography by her father. The Mark Father's Thanksgiving. That movie was created along with the collection. Every one of the collection is a priceless treasure. There's a secret figure in the collection. It's number 12. He put that rare one, the 12th one, up for sale at an auction. That's why I had to kill him. But the 12th one has not been relocated. Perhaps his spirit has hidden it in revenge. The world is full of mysteries. Sure is. And I believe there's a poster here that gives here are these photos. So 206 Terry Street, we're gonna have to go there to find one of the figurines that you can't get from the gacha machine. Oh, look who it is, it's Kasugi. One of the things that's interesting, how many games have you played where you kill a boss and then you get to talk to that dead boss later on? I think that's interesting. Shall I introduce myself? I'm the assassin you killed. Remember? It may sound a bit odd, but you finally freed me. In the underground world, your life is just a commodity. And when your life isn't even your own, you may as well be dead. All I ever wanted were the simple pleasures. Like a vacation like this on the outside. Farewell, Reaper. In Revengeance, what is it? You get like, they have like a memory bank or something? I think I do remember that actually. Japan got bottle cap figurines, the US received milk cap Pogs. I remember Pogs. Pogs came before I was born, but I remember them like existing still. I don't know why this leads you back here really, because there's no reason to backtrack right there. Their brain chip broadcasts their final thoughts after they die. That is pretty crazy. It's kind of like a black box, yeah. Also, you may not have noticed, but if a path is blue, it means you've chosen that option already, which is useful sometimes if you're like playing for the first time and you're not sure where to go. Like I haven't gone outside from this way yet, so it's white, and then it'll be blue the next time. You know what? Let me just learn from last time. Let me kill him. Yeah, screw you, giant smile. I keep getting the feeling that I missed the stamina ring, but it doesn't matter. It's just like an upgrade. You don't really need it. Alright, you see this drugstore? He might tell us actually right here, let's see. God has oomph. God loves vigor. God shuns thee every day. Where is the photo of God? May blood spurt from your eyes when you stare upon it. It's inside of you. The photo is inside of you. Check your pockets. Try pressing start pause. You are the truth. He basically tells you the hint right here. How do you get into the drugstore? Someone else mentioned. Every mission you have a picture of your target, but on this part, when you bring it out, that's to solve a puzzle, which another thing I love.
You're an outsider? You've done well to make it this far. Are you another one
Very
of them
Metal Gear
reporters?
Solid-esque. It's like a little, almost meta in a way.
You still here? What you need? Looking for Almeida, I couldn't care less about that disco freak. I won't have anything to do with him. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm glad the town has flourished, but do you have any idea how many creeps with that weird smile have moved in? Something's up with him. Although I don't quite know what. This is an old town, and we respect tradition. I can't get along with a bunch of newcomers who just waltzed on in. No way.
She's not a fan of Almeida, apparently. Apparently there's plenty of C RPGs that have talk to the dead skills. What's a C RPG? Now we can go in here. Oops, I went the wrong way. Computer RPG. What's like a computer RPG? Alright, so here's the missing number 7, which is a pretty good one. It's Almeida wearing a 7 shirt. Can't go wrong there.
This is too easy. This is too easy. This is too easy.
Oh god. I didn't even notice him until he was so close. It's used to describe the style of top-down RPG gameplay like Fallout 1, 2, Baldur's Gate. Oh, okay. Is Diablo one of those? I guess Diablo... How do you express your face? I just believe firmly in Father. You need to collect all of the Father... Yeah, he just tells you you need all the figures for this part. And we only need one more. Which... I think I might know where it is. Not in here, but I'm gonna come in here to save. Diablo's an action RPG. Yeah, I can kind of see, like, it seems like there's kind of
Don't make me.
like action RPGs are more, it's not really turn-based, but there is a bit of like, you initiate actions, and then you have to wait for that action to play out, if that makes any sense.
Sorry, pal. Sorry, pal.
Ooh, shine sparkling. And enemy slow. That's
Sorry,
good.
pal. But this is the moment I've been waiting for.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Jeez, you still are an ugly fella.
Why does Dan call Coyote ugly? It's not very nice. You know what? I'm okay with my way. Although, let me show you an example of why Kevin's new ability makes this a bit easier. Because now, when Kevin hits an enemy, they slow down dramatically, which is pretty cool. Whoops! I didn't know he was there. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know about the whole computer RPG thing. I actually missed a route here. I'm a big dummy. Must have been back this way. This way? No, I went through there before. Oh, let's check just in case. But as you can see, Invisible Kevin is like such a useful thing. Oh, you know what? I think I know where it is. I think I got turned around in the little neighborhood. I didn't realize that I didn't go through it all. Yeah, I was supposed to go this way. Turn this TV on just... Oops. Wait, did I just come this way? I did just come this way. I got turned around again. Guess I'm not paying attention to the houses. This road and then this way. Here it is. I'm getting away. He sounds like he's breaking his back when he does I like doing that up stairs. Oh, there's a freaking... See? 1, 2. If you were using Dan on that part, you would have to use 6 vials, because you'd have to... It takes 3 vials per charge. Which doesn't really matter for us, because we do have a lot of vials, but...
You're fucked.
Keep in mind, if you're playing on a harder difficulty, like on a Killer 8 mode, I think you can only have up to, like... maybe 10 vials total? Might be even less than that, might be like 8 to 10, I want to say. This is what we were looking for.
I'm a ghost.
And this is the probably my favorite. It's the astronaut Almeida. She does like a little dip when she does her quick turn. I just really like how much like care and detail went into every single smith. Like they all have their own running animations, their own quick turn, reloads. Even the aiming, they all have like a different degree of like what do you call it? Like shake? Like aiming shakiness? They have different recoil. Sway, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like they have like so many like little different things about them. They even all have their own death animations for falling forwards and backwards, and you don't even get to see them most of the time because when you die normally, like you're blinded by like a white light basically. Oh god. But there's one part in the game where you get to see the... Actually, there's a couple parts in the game where you can see the full death animation play out. and they're all unique. There's a speed boost I can just do this. Get there faster. In fact, I think Kevin has no sway whatsoever. He just, yeah, he's perfectly still, he has no sway, and he has no recoil. One of the stats you can upgrade is called, they call it Waver in this, and when you upgrade Waver, you don't sway as much. But Kevin doesn't sway anyways, so instead, he upgrades his invisibility. It like lasts longer, I think. Alright, so we have all the Almeida figures, so we can pass through here.
Yeah, I know him. Almeida, right? He's a good man. I'm not way into him or anything. He did his job, didn't excel. He's one of those guys nobody notices. I kind of think he was just lucky. But it is strange. What? No, just talking to myself. I mean, how could a lowly postal worker take over such a big corporation?
So you get some backstory on Almeida
Could've
here.
been me. He's hardly worth the shirt on his back. What an asshole. He sold the damn town. He sold our souls. That's how he got that position. The damn fake.
So Almeida used to be a postal worker, and suddenly he's like running the town. He's got it like a whole like cult following in the town now. Just like, whoa, how did that happen? And clearly not everyone's like happy about it. They're like, wait, what? How did this happen? That's interesting about the RPG thing. Turn-based strategy RTS. I like the shui from Batman. I think that's actually one of the most clever made-up catchphrases. I mean made-up slang for like a futuristic time period. Shui sounds like it sounds real. Like it sounds like that could be a thing people would use. Have you heard the name of Almeida's company? First Life, he calls it. Ha. Here's the company profile. Largest catalog retailer group. A specialized revolutionary global distribution organization, but what the hell does that all mean? It means a big old heap of rotten beans, that's what it means. Let's do a Kevin's counter. I don't think we've seen that yet. Pretty cool. Oh god. Oh no. I made a mistake. I didn't mean to flip back into them. Oh well. Fine. Did I turn around? I turned around. That's the only thing when you're playing as Kevin. His freaking quick turn is so frantic that get all mixed up. Behind? Miguel doesn't have spider sense, right? He relies like a lot on his suit. Probably should have killed that giant. He might be out there waiting for me.
Don't make me say it.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Don't make me say it again. Jeez, you still are an ugly fella. How's it been, huh?
Headlock, man, that's good. I'm gonna go out there as Mask just in case, because he has the most health out of them. He has a surprisingly quick turn for how big he is. Yeah, he wasn't there. Oh, let's do Mask's counter. Mask's counter isn't that exciting, you'll see. Actually. Uh-oh. I pressed it at the wrong time. You can't just mash it, you have to actually time it right. Alright, let's try that again. Oh wait, no, that was pretty good. He does a freaking suplex. I was thinking of his down attack. I think his down counter, he just shoots them. That's what I was expecting him to do. Spider-Verse received mixed reviews. I heard most people praising it. I saw it. I enjoyed it. The only thing about it that like kind of bugged me was it's part one of a two-part story, and it has kind of a weird cliffhanger to where they don't really resolve any of the main issues introduced in the first part, which kind of feels like a weird way to end it. But it was a good movie overall, and I'm sure the part 2 is going to be good. Faith in Father and Strong, he'll surely be sympathetic to your cause, but for everything there's a proper procedure. You must look into the eyes of Father. Answer all of Father's questions with perfection. Father loves perfection. Father has high hopes for you. Okay. Oh yeah, so everyone can help with this little challenge. Try to memorize these posters as well as you can. Okay, we have Guarantee of Happiness. Right, there's Almeida with 2 people. World Peace. World Peace is First Life taking over the world, apparently. Financial Reform. We have a purple afro. Human Resource Development. That's chill. There's Cowboy Bebop at his computer. Euromeda, Perfect City. Whoops. Powerful Society. Everyone is Almeida. More relaxed way of life. Dude, got a blue tie. Alright, did everyone remember those? The world is a big place. Mark my words. The pamphlet on First Life contains 93 lies and 7 truths. The truths don't provide any answers. Corporations are built on lies. The lad is hints of genius. Dazzle people with smoke and mirrors and swoop down like an eagle to clutch their hearts in your claws. First Life is a winning trading company that can purchase goods from the world over. A truly gigantic distributor. Alright. Let's see if we can pass the First Life gate test. Most modern consoles have a capture feature. That's true, but I am playing on PC. How many people appear with Andre Almeida in the Guarantee of Happiness billboard? 3, everyone knows that. How many continents were illustrated in the World Peace billboard? 4. What color was Andre Almeida's afro in the Financial Reform? Why, it was purple, of course. What did it say on Andre Almeida's t-shirt? Oh, what? Come on. It's Texas Bronco. Which of the billboard did it spell Almeida's name as Euromeda? That was... A Perfect City. It was a Perfect City. This is question number... Uh-oh. That was like the one thing I wasn't thinking about. I think it's 6? It's either 5 or 6. It's definitely not 3. I guess. What's the chairman wearing in the billboard More Relaxed Way of Life? A suit. I might have got that second to last one wrong. Long live the president. Yeah, we got it wrong. Okay, so that was question number 6. I think that was the only one I got wrong. They got me good with that one. 4. Yeah. Alright, and then this is 6. Out of all the ones to get wrong, it was the one that didn't require looking at the posters at all. There we go. We proved to be loyal to the president. Alright, we're coming up to like one of the best parts of the game, probably. You need to get every question right. You can't get any wrong.
Sorry, only First Life employees are allowed from this point.
This is an emergency message from Mr. Almeida. Let Mr. Smith through. I repeat, let Mr. Smith through.
Are you Mr. Smith? My sincere apologies, Mr. Smith. Please forgive me. But I'll tell you something, though. Even we don't know what goes on inside this building. Anyway, please, come in.
Even the freaking security at the gate doesn't know what's going on in that building. We've been hearing all this stuff about First Life, how powerful they are. Took over a whole city. What's really going on behind those doors? Oops. Damn it. These guys. There we go. Yeah, they're not messing around with that test. I could probably just...
Collateral shot.
Wow, you can't kill them with the Dan's charge shot. That's nasty. Right here. Oh, there's one right in front of me. Nope. Probably just boring desk jobs. Well, we're gonna find out just in a moment here.
Don't make me say it again. Jeez, you still are an ugly fella.
Anyone still in the 2s? Yes. I guess Dan changes his shirts as well, doesn't he? Because he didn't have a red shirt in the... Or...
This is too easy.
One of those things that they easily could have kept each character in the same outfits the whole time, and it's kind of what you would expect. But I like that they change outfits, or that most of them do anyways. I think Dan changes his tie as well. That's who I was thinking of that changes their tie. Actually, he's even wearing a tie. Oh, he's not even wearing a tie right now. That's interesting. Usually he is wearing a tie. Alright, here we go. First Life building. Let's see what their dark secret is. Interesting. Their dark secret is that, well, yeah.
Ah, you made it.
Look who it is.
How was your trip here?
This city I've created is a paradise. Life here is perfectly autonomous, a model of peace. But our corporation, First Life Inc., it doesn't exist, no sir. It just runs commercials. You see, people judge books by the covers.
True.
Oh, today's job is done. Ah yes, you just might be able to meet today's lucky guy. Don't be alarmed. These are good citizens. No heaven smile. Oh man, Clemens, congratulations.
Me? Is it really me? Wow, I can't believe it.
Relax, Clemens. Your job has just begun. Calm down, or you'll frighten Lady Luck away.
Yeah,
You're right.
9 to 5.
What should I do?
Like I told you, first, you need to relax. Your job will be here any moment. Clemens, this is yours. Go ahead, take a spin.
Huh? This car? Is it really mine?
Of course it is. Now take it and do what you want with it.
It's really mine.
Hop in and find out.
Hell yeah. Look at him go. I think he's got enough rockets back there.
Come here. Clemens's job had a $5 million price tag. This is what he gets to do.
Having a good old time.
This is what I call driving yourself to death. How long will Clemens last, or will he cross the finish line? If he makes it, he wins. I needed bigger thrills, so I infected myself with all kinds of deadly viruses. I overcame them time after time, discovering vaccines and creating medicine on the way. I overcame all the symptoms. But them smileys, they're different. The risks involved are at another realm. I mean, it's flirting with fucking death itself. I want you to kill me. If I catch Heaven's smile, you gotta
He's
kill
terrified
me.
of it.
I heard you're the only one who can kill them.
That's why he called us here the whole time. We kept thinking, it's funny, you keep thinking there's all this dark stuff going on. But yeah, you think that Almeida's like up to all these like really dark things, but he kind of isn't really. He kind of is helping the city. Like he's been creating these vaccines and stuff.
I'm General Lynch from the United States Emergency Countermeasure Defense Department. I want to thank you for cooperating in the capture of Mr. Almeida. As you may know, this city is run by the military. This city remains a vital instrument for determining our country's safety standards. So I ask you, forget what you witnessed here today.
No, Clemens is just
beginning
fine.
countdown, sir.
He'll be
Aim.
fine.
On your mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
I told you to kill me.
So I don't know why.
Now I'm going mad.
So I think the government has been
Control this urge to
using Almeida to like create these vaccines.
What are you gonna do about it?
And they're like, okay, we'll use him to create a vaccine for the Heaven Smile. And Almeida's like, I don't want to do that. So they force it on him. And so this happens. General Lynch? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Take cover. Hurry.
Oh, you don't want to be standing in that blood. Killer7 has been described as very Lynch-esque at times, David Lynch-esque at times, which I can see. But anyways, Almeida's had something happen to him right now. No big deal. You can't leave, by the way. I think if you try to walk this way, it's just a dead end. Wait, can you go in the wagon? Oh, that's funny. They let you go in there. Alright, so this is a pretty epic boss fight. Who do we want to use? Hey, Mizma, you came just in time for the boss fight. You could use Dan. So this boss fight could be really, really easy, or you can die. He can kill you in one hit if you let him get to you. So don't do that. But because it's a very maze-like boss area, it's very possible for you to like run into him by accident. So you gotta be kind of careful going around corners. Where is he? Oh god. Oh my god! He's right there. Oh my god. He is being very unchill right now. Okay, because you need to hit his brain, but his afro, but his afro is being sneaky right now. Oh god, don't touch me. Yeah, I'm trying to make a move. Yeah, I think he just keeps turning back and forth because of the way I'm moving. That's my fault. We're going. Oh, here we go. Just shot to go around. Oh. Oh my god, I usually don't have this much trouble with this. I think I'm picking all the worst places. Yeah, I'm gonna let him walk out more. Let's do that. Heck, you could hit him from the front as long as you can see the brain. Maybe that's enough now. Aha! See ya! He does like a fake out, like, I'm not dead yet. Oh wait a second. Depending on where you kill him in the van, the blood trail can take a long time to leave it. So I guess it must be like... It's not like a set path it takes. Because I have to like program it to do turns or whatever. This ain't wouldn't be too hard, they just program the blood trail to follow what the trail that you would take during gameplay. So, it's called Cloudman because he's raining blood everywhere.
What happened to Mr. Almeida?
Huh? Nothing.
This blood. It tastes like Mr. Almeida's. So, he's dead, isn't he?
He might just be dead.
I've always had a sixth sense. If I had only attained Mr. Almeida's level earlier.
Clemens, you're in control of things now. Walk down the path of life.
Yeah, yeah, the
Don't
line that,
succumb
oh,
to
this blood, it
weakness.
tastes like Mr. Almeida's, yeah. It feels like such a random, weird line. And it
Rest
is.
assured, Master Almeida, I will watch over this town.
But
our way of life stands eternal.
I do think,
May peace rest with our great Almeida.
I do think that
our Messiah.
The citizens have been drinking his blood.
Andre Almeida.
The name's Andre Almeida. Because he talks about all the vaccines he makes and stuff, and the town was clearly being run by the government to try to like test them as guinea pigs to see like how they would respond to viruses or whatever. So I think they've been drinking his blood. So I think it isn't just a weird random line. I think it actually, they're being legit. We're getting more people showing up now, which kind of sucks because I was planning on wrapping up at this point. I could do, I don't know. Maybe I should just stream the game later. It seems like more people seem to show up a little bit later into the night. But I thought starting earlier would be more convenient for people, but they've imbibed the old blood. Let's see, so what's left? There's Encounter Part 1 and 2, and then there's Alter Ego, and then there's a 3 parts to Smile. So I could do Encounter 1, 2, and Alter Ego in another stream, and then I could do Smile Part 1, 2, 3 in one final stream. That's probably good. Otherwise, I could do Part 1 Encounter right now, and then Encounter Part 2. Yeah, that seems probably good if I finish this up in 2 more streams. So yeah, I think I'll wrap up for the night, but I'm gonna continue this probably tomorrow. I'll probably do more of this. But I'll let you guys know in the Discord for sure. And then when you go back to the other targets, they're in color now, which is cool. So yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thanks everyone for joining. How many chapters total? There's like 10 parts total, but like some parts have 2. Like Sunset has 2 parts, and like Encounter has 2 parts, for instance. The game itself's about like maybe 10 hours long, I'd say. 10 to 12, depending on if you're playing it for the first time. But alright, I'm gonna wrap up now. I'll play more of this probably tomorrow. I'll let you guys know for sure in the Discord. Thanks everyone for joining. Hope you have a good night and a good start to your week, and I'll catch you next time.